Welcome all. Now I am going to discuss question number 3 from the GATE 2018 paper Electrical Engineering. The question is, a single phase fully controlled rectifier is supplying a load with an anti-parallel diode as shown in the figure. All switches and the diodes are ideal. Which one of the following is true for instantaneous load voltage and current? These are the given options. To know the detailed analysis of single phase fully controlled rectifiers, audience can go through the given NPTEL video link. Let us discuss some useful information to solve the problem. Here, rectifiers convert AC voltage to DC voltage. For the better analysis, we will divide the explanation into two parts. One is positive half cycle and the other is negative half cycle. In the positive half cycle, T1 and T2 are forward biased, T3 and T4 are reverse biased. So, after giving firing angle to the thyristor T1 and T2, the current will flow from source T1, load T2 and again source. So, load voltage follows the source voltage in the positive half cycle. In the negative half cycle, T3 and T4 are forward biased, T2 and T1 are reverse biased. So, after giving firing angle to the thyristor T3 and T4 at alpha degrees, the current will flow from source and then T3 and then load and then T4 and then source. Here, load voltage is the inversion of the source voltage in the second half cycle, and load current follows in the same direction only. So, using this information, let us solve the problem. Given data, given what it is given, it is single phase fully controlled rectifier and all the switches are ideal, and also it is given that there is an anti-parallel diode. So, in the positive half cycle, T1 comma T2 are forward biased, T3 and T4 are reverse biased. So, we need to give firing angle to the thyristors T1 and T2 at an angle, particularly an alpha we can say. So, in this case, the load current follows the pattern like this, that is source T1, load and then T2 and again source. This is the load current direction. Load current means that is I0. It will flow like this. This is the direction of the load current in I0. Similarly, in the negative half cycle. In the negative half cycle, T1 comma T2 are reverse biased and T3 comma T4 are forward biased. So, we need to give firing angle to the thyristors at an angle alpha. So, the load current direction is load current I0 direction is source T3, load and T4 and again source. So it will be like this: source, T3, load, T4 and source. So this is the direction of the load current. So I0 is always in the given I0 direction only. Here I0 is given in particular direction, right? So we can say from these two explanations, I0 is always either greater than 0 or greater than or equal to 0. This is the instantaneous. I0 is greater than or equal to 0. In the positive half cycle, load voltage is like this, right? Load voltage follows the source voltage. V0 is equal to Vs. But in the negative half cycle, V0 is equal to minus Vs. But in the negative half cycle, Vs is already negative, right? So V0 is equal to minus of minus negative. So V0 is positive. Here anyway Vs is positive in the positive half cycle. So V0 is positive. So from these two explanations, in the positive half cycle and in the negative half cycle, V0 is always greater than or equal to 0. So the instantaneous load voltage V0 is greater than or equal to 0 and I0 is also greater than or equal to 0. So the option C is the correct answer. That is V0 greater than or equal to 0 and I0 is greater than or equal to 0. Thank you.